First, I want to bring in a guest. George Huculak is here, and he's the Vice President, Development and Fundraising of the Ukrainian World Congress. The Ukrainian, the invasion of Ukraine by Russia has captivated the world and horrified the world. And then we've tried to do what we can to step up and to backstop Ukrainians and the Ukrainian armed forces. That has led to an awful lot of international fundraising. And George, you're here to let us know that actually this fundraising has raised millions and millions of dollars worldwide.
It has, and thank you for having me this morning, John, on your program. Yes, there's been a lot of fundraising going on. A lot of really good entities have been raising for great causes. Most of it's based on humanitarian need. But our focus with the Ukrainian World Congress, with our Unite with Ukraine campaign, is to raise funds to support those 200,000 or so civilians who have left their day jobs and gone into the streets to fight against the Russian invaders. So we're providing defensive body armor like helmets, bulletproof vests, night vision goggles, communication equipment. And so far it's going really well, but the need exists. It continues to persist.
And you're right. These are just ordinary people and with incredible tales to be told. I mean, I think there's not a lot of us who haven't asked the question that if, Toronto was invaded or Ontario was invaded, would I stay behind or would I, run away somewhere else and wait for this to be over? These are just ordinary people who are on the front lines and possibly risking their lives.
You're absolutely right. These are people, they're just living their lives, going to their jobs, being with their families, and suddenly someone literally, bombs start dropping, someone bursts into their home and begins to torture, to execute. I mean, the crimes they've been committing against children and women are well documented. And, right now the Russians are spending about $1 billion per day on this war. So you can imagine how many rockets, missiles, bombs, bullets that can buy. So the need for fundraising is really, really urgent, and it remains so even after 100 days.
So if somebody listening right now, George, would like to pitch in, what can they do?
You know what? Two things to do. One is be aware, don't look away, because after a long period of time, people get disinterested, regardless of the extent of the atrocities. But literally to help out, our website is called unitewithukraine.com. And on that site, anybody, anywhere in the world can contribute any sum to help these defenders. And we'd be most appreciative for anything anybody can do.
Thank you, sir. Good to have you.
Thanks so much, John. Take care.
George Huculak is with the Ukrainian World Congress. Unite with Ukraine is the name of the campaign.